Southern States Athletic Conference and the NAI committed to promoting an environment of inclusion that is character-driven and embracing the culture of its diverse institutions. The NAI empowers student athletes, coaches, officials, and players to demonstrate at all times our champions of character with 5 core values: integrity, respect, responsibility, sportsmanship, and servant leadership, which create a positive and competitive environment. Please enjoy tonight's game. Welcome to Middle Georgia State University and Morris Gym for tonight's non-conference matchup between the visiting Mariners, the College of Coastal Georgia, and your Middle Georgia State University Knights. And at this time, let's meet the starting lineups first for the visiting Mariners of the College of Coastal Georgia. Starting at guard, a 6'5" senior from Baton Rouge, Louisiana, number 0, Sal Wilson. Also at guard, a 6-foot sophomore from Suwanee, Georgia, number 11, Caden MacArthur. Also at guard, a 6'2" freshman from Tallahassee, Florida, number 23, Thad Burns. And at forward, a 6'7" senior from Atlanta, Georgia, number 15, Jamil Giles. And the other forward, a 6'8" sophomore from Simpsonville, Georgia, number 24, Jeremiah Kamara. The Mariners are led by head coach Jesse Watkins and assisted by Keith Aubrey. And now, the starting lineup for your Middle Georgia State University Knights. Starting at guard, a 6'3" senior from Tallahassee, Florida, number 5, David Daniel. Starting at guard, a 6' senior from Milledgeville, Georgia, number 14, Andrew Hector. Junior from Queens, New York, number 24, Nick Sam. And forward, a 6'5" junior from Thomaston, Georgia, number 4, Malik Smith. And the other forward, a 6'7" junior from Douglasville, Georgia, number 13, Deshaun Wilson. Head coach for the Knights, Mr. Scott Lowe, assisted by Tyler Bayer. Man, it's time for Middle Georgia State University basketball.
Hello and welcome in to Cochran, Georgia here at the Morris Gymnasium. I'm Joe Copshow bringing you this exciting matchup between Coastal Georgia and your Middle Georgia State Knights. We're about to have tip-off here. You just heard the starting lineups as Middle Georgia State wins the tip-off early, however gets it stripped quite quickly. An exciting game. We just had the women's game, which finished in a win for Coastal Georgia. We'll see if the men's team can follow up with the same, or if your Knights can mount an impressive first win of the season. In the corner, 3, pure. 3 ball already working for Coastal Georgia. The blue and black up first. Turnover here as Coastal Georgia tries to get out in transition, but unfortunately for them, goes off the hands and hits the hardwood out of bounds for a turnover, and Middle Georgia State will go the other way. As you can see, pretty good crowd here cheering for the first game of the season. Presswood with it in the corner. Call it the elbow behind the three-point arc. Good ball movement outside said arc. Trying to find some room. Cham passes it off. Wilson, Presswood, down low. Cham tries to finish, can't get anything, tipped up in the air. Eventually an offensive rebound, this time good. 3-2 here early. Malik Smith picks up the first basket of the season for the Knights. Here, this three open, pure again. 2 3-point attempts for Coastal Georgia, 2 converted, as Thad Burns, the one to make that shot. Presswood, good pass inside, easy finish. Nick Cham this time is able to finish down low. Great cut in and great feed from Presswood. Presswood, the only returner of the top 5 scorers to come back. This shot, a hard three-pointer, off the back rim and an easy defensive rebound. Good job down low from Malik Smith. He gets his team out and running. Good spin move here, stripped of the ball, and it will be a foul down low before the shot, so a simple inbound from the baseline. That one on Sal Wilson. Starting guard for Coastal Georgia. Inbound here in the corner. Back to the point. Looks like a reach in there, got away with it. Presswood, deep three. Just off the back iron and out. 6-4 here early as these teams testing out the arc. Passing it up this time, Burns. Good floater. Now taking up the court is Cham. We just saw him work down low. So versatile. Able to lead this team at the point and get open down low. This falling J falls down the bucket. Trayshawn Wilson found some space, falling away, the fadeaway. Able to get 2 more points on the board and keep this within 2. Slowing it down, Coastal Georgia. Now they get an open 3. Looks short, is short, kicked away, and eventually picked up by the Knights. Cham will get the offense running. Presswood heads to the corner. Cham will pass it up, and he'll finish. Tough finish there, baseline. Just able to get the runner to fall. Eight to 8 here early between these two teams. Good defense, good switch from the Knights, driving, using his speed, and eventually crashing to the ground and getting the foul is Coastal Georgia. Up slow is Sal Wilson, who got fouled. Eventually, when he recovers, Wilson will shoot 2 free throws, the first we've seen tonight. .16:35 left in the first. Wilson's first, way short. Hard off the front rim. Just Alligator armed it. Keeps this game at 8. His second attempt looks better and falls. Regains the lead for Coastal Georgia. The drive here, eventually getting it down low. Pretty pass, the drop off and the finish. Wilson able to finish it off and give MGA their first lead of the night. Operating around the three-point line. That was a perfect pass, but a beautiful block. Round 2. And now fighting underneath, getting the foul is Middle Georgia State. Some great defense there. 2 blocks to finish the job. And Presswood will head down the court. Looked like he was going to be the inbounder. Instead, it will be Wilson and Cham. MGA good on the defensive side there. That was quite pretty, something they're trying to work more on from last season. Coastal Georgia, a very offensive team. If they can stop them down low, they'll have success. Now, from the opposite, the arc, this one way off, an air ball that will eventually kick out of bounds. Of course, early in the season here, first game, still feeling everything out, and those can feel a little bit different when you're not warmed up. Looked like it was Wilson just missing there. Middle Georgia State back the other way. Offense running through MacArthur. He gets a screen. Both collapse on him. A man should be open. They can't find him in time. Now a deep three contested. Still good. Sal Wilson with the 3 ball. Nick Cham leading his team up the court again. Not too many pauses early in this one. These teams feeling each other out. Cham, good pass down low. Another pass, an extra for the best shot. Finished by Gaines. Out of bounds there. Looks like it will go Mariners' way. They'll have 18 seconds remaining on the shot clock as it's an 11-12 game with Middle Georgia State out in front.
Entering for the Knights, number 25, 9 Wills.
First substitution of the game as 9 Wills comes on, the 6'7" forward from Loganville, Georgia. Wills was tested immediately on the inbounds pass. He gets it here. He's on defense. The help side defense comes, and Wills, first good job from him. He'll get more action later in this game. Right now it's with Wilson. Wilson takes the deep 3. Good! A 4-point lead for the Knights. Started out slow, have come out hot, and the Knights now lead. Ooh, good job to create separation there, and the 2 falls. About a 10-foot jumper with about 10 feet of space. The Knights in transition will kick back out for 3. The drive here, ball is poked loose, and Coastal Georgia comes the other way. A great job at creating a turnover from Wilson. Now open in the corner, Cham, he's good. Crazy possession there, but great job from Cham and Wilson to work together to get that 3 ball to go. 18-13 as we are just under the 14-minute mark. Foul called here on Sal Wilson. Offensive foul, so the ball goes in favor of the Knights here. We'll see substitutions on both sides. Guard Jamal Taylor comes in. He'll work with Wilson. Just off camera, you can see his offense setting up. That's made up of Wills, Gaines, and Presswood. Right now it's with Gaines. He passes it off. Wilson with it. He passes off the 3. Wide open now for Taylor. He gets fouled hard as he crashes into the seats, and he'll have a chance for, I believe, 3 at the line. Ref signal it so, and he'll have a chance for 3 the old-fashioned way at the charity stripe. Taylor, 5'9", out of Sparta, Georgia, misses his first. The transfer from Georgia College. It's a senior presence on this team. The second one off as well. Interesting to see from him. Usually so good at the charity stripe. Instead has missed his first 2 attempts. He'll get a chance at redemption on number 3. Try and extend this lead to the biggest of the night for MGA. He does. 19-13 now. And a trap is on here. Now hustling back is Middle Georgia State as Coastal Georgia was able to break out of it. Here slowing down. It looks like a foul down low, off ball. Instead, no call. Coastal Georgia has the switch. Instead, they kick out for three. Just off as it rolled around. Now out in transition, Taylor looking for someone. He'll slow it down. Ragland just coming on, getting his first minutes. Deep three, this one looks off, is off, just pinched in the corner of the rim. Coastal Georgia the other way, hard dribble picked off by the sneaky Taylor. Now spin move, drops it off, the finish. What a beautiful play from Taylor, and the easy finish from 9 Wills. Don't let the size fool you. Taylor's sneaky and is able to get out and run. Here, he helps his team get a block and will pick up the offensive rebound, throws it back in, and now gets out in transition on the run. Presswood, he looks to drop it off. Instead, he'll slow it down. One-on-one with his man. Far side, Taylor with it. He gets it down low. They'll kick it back out. Presswood wide open. The closeout, not in time, pure. And it is 22-13 in favor of MGA. They need a timeout, and Coastal Georgia will take their time. We'll take our first short break as we look to count down in this one. MGA out to a big lead early. Back here with some NAIA basketball. An early start for the Knights has them up 11 as we're just about 8.5 minutes through this one. Coastal Georgia on offense, looking to stop the bleeding. It's been a run for the Knights. This will do so. Baseline drive and a good finish. Now the Knights, they had that run, got to battle back through adversity for the first time in a while. Wills with it. Off to Ragland. Ragland now double team. Open in the corner. The three just off the back rim. Good offensive rebound from the Knights. They'll get it back out for another three, this time from Ragland. Off. Another offensive rebound. This one called off. They'll say Wilson gave a little push in the back to get the leverage to get that rebound, and instead of another chance for Middle Georgia State, we'll have a media timeout on the dead whistle. So we'll take another short break and be back just after this. Back here at the Morris Gym in Cochran, Georgia. I'm Joe Copshow leading you through this one. As right now the Knights out to a very early lead. An excellent job on defense to spark the offense, and that's been the difference. Of course, super early into this game, plenty of time for things to change, but right now Coastal Georgia looking for answers. They might be doing so with a whole new unit on, the only holdover MacArthur. Down low at the elbow. This one picked off. On the run, Gaines just gets blocked. The tip in good. Not sure intentional from Caleb Love, but he threw the hand at it, was able to paw it in for the Knights. Now here he is on defense. This pass tipped, and out in transition again is Taylor. Feels like we could say that a million times as this three is blocked. Ragland didn't see the trailing Mariner, and it got sent back under the stands up there. They say he won't got all ball, so it will be 3 free throw attempts for Ragland. The first, off the back rim, off the front rim, and out. So far, not a good night at the charity stripe for Middle Georgia State, and it will continue. That one way off. It's the most important part of the game to some coaches, and right now it's been a disappointing showing. 1 for 5 now at the free throw line.
Also returning for the Mariners, number 24,
Looks like some confusion from the Mariners bench as they try and get substitutions in before the third free throw we'll see from Ragland. This time, it's good. And we are officially halfway through the first as we tick under 10 minutes. The defense swarming for the Knights. Nothing going for Coastal Georgia. Even the off-ball movement is getting swallowed up. Finally, a screen comes out, doesn't take it, goes the opposite way, and still smothered. Great job from the Knights, a contested three and made. What a shot. You'll take that every time if you're the Knights, and yet Jefferson nails it. Fading away in the corner and somehow gets that to get nothing but twine. As this one, a foul. As Taylor looked like to blow by his man, it looked like he was held up. Grosvenor was the one called on the penalty, so he adds a foul to his total. After this, it'll be the 1-and-1 for the Knights if we see another foul. Already 6 fouls early. This three off the back iron. Latal Smith almost topped over a whole player for Coastal Georgia, but couldn't get the offensive board. Now here he is down low on defense. He gets spun on and put in as Coastal Georgia starts to cut in this Knights lead. Taylor running the point here. His speed blows by everyone, easy as that. Got a lot of space and was able to convert. This deep three way off the backboard, and Taylor will get out in space again. Good pass here, however, kicks off the shoulder. Down low, an easy finish for Malik Smith. And it seems that this Knights team just wants to get out and run. Right now a track meet as they're blowing by Coastal Georgia every time they can. 8 minutes remain in the first. Here, using the physicality down low, can't get it to kiss off the back iron. Instead, again, Taylor will pop up and immediately run the floor. Does not want to slow down. Here, drive, set back. Huge rejection from Camaro there. The 6'8" forward from Simpsonville, South Carolina, able to slow down the Knights offense, at least for right now. Nick Chan back on the court. We saw his speed earlier. So right now you've got a shorter lineup in, but with a lot of speed. As the one big man able to get his own rebound and finish down below, Malik Smith. Smith, right now the tallest on the court for the Knights at 6'5". Coastal Georgia using that to their advantage as they get down low and finish off the glass. Taking it up the court is Taylor. Now to Cham. Back to Taylor at the elbow. Good ball movement, but nothing open. Finally, Taylor will have a good look from three off the side of the rim and gathered up by Coastal Georgia. Coastal Georgia will settle it down. The black and blue looking for anything, and it looked like a good strip from Ragland. However, the whistle on the other side says it wasn't clean. That'll be the third foul. As checking back in is Andrew Presswood, and he gets a huge standing ovation. Mentioned that this team lost its top four scorers, Presswood the fifth, the only one to return out of the top five, and it seems like the fans are familiar with his game. Good pass here, and it will create a foul as wide open down low was Jeremiah Kamara, and just to stop the easy field goal had to be fouled. So Coastal Georgia looking for better success than their counterparts at the charity stripe. They'll start with one there, bringing it back to a 10-point game and looking to cut it in single digits with his next attempt will be Kamara. He will do so, cutting the lead of the Knights down to 9. Taking the ball up court now is Cham as Taylor has gone off. Presswood open. He looks down low. It was a good feed, but just unable to handle it was Gaines. That one hit him right in the hands, and he just couldn't bring it in. Coach Mo for Middle Georgia State screaming, we need a stop. It's been a run for Coastal Georgia. They might get another here. Instead, a great block from Cham, and he'll be all alone. Can he finish? He can. Looked like it would be an easy floater for Coastal Georgia. Instead, Cham said, I'll get out and run. And again, it's a track meet out here for the Knights. Cham, another good strip. However, this time he reached over the back to get to it. And now all of a sudden, the Knights at 5 fouls. So they're approaching having to give up the 1-and-1, and they haven't picked up a foul, so no 1-and-1 for them. 6 fouls to 5. The score, 35-24 in favor of your Knights. We'll have a media timeout and take a short break before we come right back. Back here in Cochran, Georgia, another pass almost picked off for the Middle Georgia State Knights, instead kicks out of bounds. And the fans in the front row almost getting a souvenir. Instead, they'll have to give it back, as it is customary. But this Knights defense has been swarming. Down low here, Coastal Georgia, a good chance. A tough finish, can't get it to go. Toilet bowl roll doesn't fall. Everyone sprawled out on the floor, and it looks like Nealis was able to get the tie up. Number 22, he's substituted in just before the media timeout. Our first look at him, as the jump ball will go in favor of Coastal Georgia, and it looks like we have to clean up the spill just a little bit. As about 5 or 6 players crashed to the ground, so I wouldn't say just a little bit if I could rephrase, just a lot of it. Lots of players falling hard. So the inbound will be from right under the basket. Looks like MacArthur is the one to take it. He'll get it right back and pop the jumper, and it's good. Good look, good finish. 35-26. Good pick and pop there. Excellent job from Coastal Georgia as they cut the lead back down to single digits again. Chan with it. Now Nealis. He dribbles around, gets it back to its original target, Cham, who looks to make a baseline drive. Instead, it's kicked away from him and out of bounds, and it will stay with the Knights. 7 seconds left on the shot clock, and it looks like Coach Mo will want a timeout there to discuss what the play is with only 7 seconds remaining. Again, we'll take a short little break here. Actually, why don't we discuss the history between these two teams? Last year, the Knights dropped both contests against the Mariners, but over the past 2 years, it's 2-2 in even series, as in 2022, the Knights were able to pick up both wins. These teams have met 11 times for a 6-5 record, just in favor of the Mariners. So this one fighting for even for the Knights in that all-time record. The reason they've played so much is both teams used to be in the same division in the SSAC. Of course, they've gone separate ways, but these teams know each other well, have a storied history, and are looking, of course, to bring it to 500 are the Knights. But it's a new-look Knights team. Lost a lot of players. So has CCGA, though. They lost their leading scorer, Nick Giles. He was 10th all-time in school history in points. So these two teams very different. Now 5 seconds on the shot clock. They'll need anything. It's Nealis, fadeaway three. Doesn't hit any iron. It should be a violation. Either way, Coastal Georgia picks it up. Coastal Georgia starting to cut into this lead. It's with Wilson. Wilson takes the shot, short, tipped up and over and into Presswood's arms. He'll slow it down. Something we haven't seen too often from this Knights team. Instead of running and gunning, they'll try and take their time a bit. Presswood getting bodied off the ball. He'll lose it. And the Knights will keep possession. It'll be Presswood on the inbound, just 14 seconds on the shot clock. He'll inbound it far side. Presswood back with it, step back three, just short. Not a great look, very contested, and instead Coastal Georgia will get out and run. And they tried to get the putback dunk. It would have been the first of the night. Instead, they'll have to settle their offense down. The three, pure. Caden MacArthur with three for the away team, and this is as close as it's been since the first opening minutes. Nealis in the corner, he gets space. He'll pass out, get it to Presswood. Back to Cham. No one moving off ball right now. Instead, looking for the man-on-man. This long jumper falls. Long jumper there, about 15 feet, fading away. Doesn't matter, it falls for the Knights. These teams, as we get late into the first, content to slow down a bit. The 3-ball, just off the front rim, off the backboard, and into the hands of the Knights. Malik Smith with yet another board. Presswood with it now, running the offense. To the elbow, now down low, Cham with it, he loses it. Off his hands, and it will be Mariners' ball. Teams making substitutions. Jamal Taylor comes back in. He was explosive off the bench to start. But so far, it's been the Nick Cham story for the Knights. 9 points. Caden MacArthur matching him on the other side. Wilson with it. He gives it off down low. Tries to throw it hard off the backboard and get the tight bounce. Instead, is unable to for Coastal Georgia, and it will be with Taylor. To Presswood. He hasn't had a great night. He's been shut down so far. It's all the way around to the corner. The 3, just off the back iron. Good offensive rebound, good drive. Can't get the finish. The second attempt, though, falls. Good job from Malik Smith to get the offensive board. Couldn't get the first finish to go. The second one, much better on the tip-in. Here, this drive taken out of his hands at the last second as MacArthur tried to add to his point total. He'll plead his case saying he got hacked. Doesn't look like the ref agrees, as he will be on the inbound. Just about 2 minutes remaining here in the first. Not sure what the pause in play is for. Looks like maybe another spot on the floor. As Presswood gets to clean it up. Looks like we're just about ready to resume play as Presswood and Wilson laugh it up. Now they'll defend each other. Presswood thought he could have had that inbound. Taylor will have this one. He goes crashing into the floor. And now it'll be a 5-on-4. Taylor comes back hard, and he's able to strip the ball away. What an excellent job. Now, in transition, he gets the hard finish. It's the Taylor show here. The turnover and the bucket. 41-29 in favor of the Knights. Defense chance breaking out as the purple and gray look to be more explosive here. They get the defensive board, and they'll be out and running again. Cham with it. He'll take the 18-foot J, and he sinks it. And Coastal Georgia needs a timeout. Just about 80 seconds remaining in the first. We'll take a short break as the Knights explosive on the offensive side and defensive side. I'm Joe Kopsha. We'll be right back after this short break. Coastal Georgia was cutting into the Knights' lead. Since then, the Mariners have started faltering again on the back of great Knights defense that has turned into prolific offense. We'll see if it continues here in about the last minute of play. Huge block here, and it will, as it goes off the knee of Coastal Georgia, and MGA will retain the basketball after the block. What a game this has been. It was tight-knit the first 5 minutes. Since then, it's been all MGA. Taylor slowing it down, looking for the 2-for-1 opportunity. He can't pass this up, though. Good 3 chance. Can't get it to fall. He gets his own rebound. Baseline drive. Gets it to Presswood. Presswood's 3. Way off. Now the other way. Looking for a 2-for-1 themselves is Coastal Georgia. Instead, another turnover. And now with just a difference of 1 second between the shot clock and game clock, Middle Georgia State will slow it down. 15 seconds remaining in the first. Now the Knights will go. Taylor finds an easy layup down low as everyone lost Wills. They get the turnover again, and it's Jam as the buzzer sounds. The 2-for-1 the untraditional way. This defense swarming like hawks over Coastal Georgia. After the first 20, it's the Knights 47 over the Mariners 29. What a first. We'll be back for second half action after about a 15-minute break. It's been an exciting one here on the Middle Georgia State YouTube channel. I'm Joe Kopshow. We'll see you back for the latter 20. Welcome back to the Middle Georgia State University YouTube channel. I'm Joe Kopshow bringing you through this one. And let's do a first half recap. Of course, points in favor of Middle Georgia State, 47-29. But let's take a look at why that happened. And it really is the field goal difference. Not so much the percentage, but the amount of shots. Middle Georgia State took 38 shots, 12 more than Coastal Georgia. A lot of that was due to the rebounding on the glass. They out-rebounded them by 9, and on the offensive boards, it was a 7-2 matchup. So a big difference in this game has been the turnovers and the rebounds. Turnovers 9-4, Coastal with 9, Middle Georgia State with 4. So all these extra possessions for Middle Georgia State has helped them get this lead and be leading in the scoreboard. Of course, the field goal percentage higher for them as well, but really it all has to do with the quantity and quality of shots, as it looks like we're ready to go. Crestwood inbounding the ball for MGA, and we are officially underway for second half basketball. The 3-ball was the only thing that the Knights struggled with in the first half. We'll see if they stick with it. Instead, baseline drive, cutting down low, and 2 easy points running from the corner to right under the bucket, and a 20-point lead for the Knights here early in the second. Coastal Georgia in danger of getting blown out. They have to start chipping away at this lead. Giles turnaround, one-hand floater, can't get it to fall. He gets his own rebound, and it eventually is coughed up. It'll be Cham the other way, out for Presswood. It looks like he stepped out, and he did. Back of his sneaker just at the black painted line to indicate out. And that is a turnover, and now the Mariners will have the ball the other way. Here, they get an open lane and take it for 2. Good pass to find the open man as Wilson, an easy finish, no one around him. Until the late closeout, which couldn't stop him. And it looks like with Middle Georgia State's big lead, they've kind of changed their minds on wanting to run this track meet and instead slowing it down. Presswood the 3. Pure! Gets it to fall. Now 4 for 16 are the Knights in 3-pointers. Giles cuts in, can't get it to fall off the backboard. Presswood will command the offense. He gives it up to Cham. Cham out to Wilson. Wilson down low. Smith can't get it to go. Coastal Georgia, they have numbers. Eventually they'll pull out as MacArthur looks to settle it down. MacArthur leading the team in points with 9. No one picks him up. They leave him alone, then kicks to the corner. The 3, good. Both players on MacArthur left him, allowed him an easy driving lane. Help side had to come, and Wilson was left wide open as this ball will now go to the Mariners on the other side after they get the stop. So a 20-point lead reduced just a bit as we await to recover the game ball. Rolled all the way down the hallway, it looks like, as Wilson had to chase it down. Really a different feeling, a different vibe in this second half as everything has slowed down just a little bit. These players still explosive, but with Middle Georgia State having the tempo so fast to start and slowing down now, it seems like that's being masked by Coastal Georgia, as that was a travel. The crowd getting into it. As defense, the difference in this one This fadeaway off the back iron and out. Good offensive rebound. Can Wilson control it? He can't. Instead, Wilson will be running the offense. Running the floor. He gets it sent back. On his head. Sent to another stratosphere as a huge rejection for the Knights. MacArthur with it. He's looking for space. He's got the screen. We'll pass it up. Goes to the other corner. Size mismatch. Used to the advantage of Straughter, but he can't get it to fall. Cham cuts in. Defensive foul, as it didn't look like his feet were set as Cham crashed into him. As it looks like, again, with MacArthur crashing to the ground, we got a spot on the floor. We'll take a second to clean up. Defensively, CCGA has struggled, and that's no different from last season. 80 points per game given up, 48% from the floor and 37% from three last season. The numbers for the Knights aren't that good, but of course, with an 18-point lead, the offense has been potent, and the Mariners have been unable to stop it. So a big difference in this one as Jesse Watkins tries to turn his team around, head coach for Coastal Georgia. 11-14 season last season, a good one. However, they went 3-11 in conference and ended up losing 11 straight to end the season. As for MGA, 8-19 last season. Finally, we'll get the inbound here, as it will get back to Presswood. He'll make a half spin and have to give it up. Gets it right back, though. He fakes the pass. Reverse layup. Doesn't go. And now it's a 2-on-1 for MacArthur if he can take it. He'll take the 10-foot jumper. Can't get it to fall. The tip goes wide, and now back the other way, and here we have the track meet again. This finish off the side of the backboard. The Knights will retain possession, but eventually it goes off Wilson's leg. And it'll actually be Coastal Georgia ball. So it's been an interesting start to the second here. Both teams still finding their footing. Offensively, it's been slow going. Just 5 points for Coastal Georgia. On this other side, even less. However, now Presswood gives his team a chance as he gathers in the turnover. Driving baseline, Cham, good drop pass, the finish. Even better from Malik Smith. The lead back up to 20 for the Knights. Wilson with it, he drops it off, eventually taken from his counterpart by name. Wilson on the finish. Trayshawn Wilson strips Sal Wilson and then gets the bucket, and that causes a timeout as down by the biggest they've been all night. Coastal Georgia needs a timeout. We'll take a short break here with just about 3/4 of the half left to go. My name's been Joe Copshow. I'll see you back here right after this break. Back here in Cochran, Georgia on the inbound, Coastal Georgia. It'll be DeAndre Jefferson. Last time he came in, he provided a spark, the 6'9" forward out of White Spring, Florida. We'll see if he can do the same, as Coastal Georgia is just going with a huge lineup right now. 2 6'9" players and a 6'7" to anchor them. This floater falls. So interesting to see. Middle Georgia State really doesn't have the size, so this could be a tough matchup for them if these bigs for Coastal Georgia don't get outran by the smaller guards of the Knights. Presswood finds some space. He'll kick it to the corner. Taylor with it to Wilson. Wilson on the drive. Kiss off the glass. Good. Excellent job by the tallest man on the floor for the Knights, Wilson, to make that one fall. Good kiss off the glass. Now Coastal Georgia, they try the same. This kiss not as good. The putback just better, though, from Straughter, 6'11". So 6'9", 6'9", 6'11", actually. The two forwards in the center for Coastal Georgia. It'll be hard to get in the paint. We'll see if the Knights go with a 3-ball instead. They will. Plenty of time. Pure. Trayshawn Wilson, have yourself a game. Turned it on here in the second half, has Wilson. He now leads the team in scoring. Commits a hard foul here against MacArthur.
NBA foul number 13, Trayshawn Wilson, his third, team's first of the second half.
He'll plead his case, but no one to listen.
Returning to the Knights, number 1, Trayvon Ragland.
Trayvon Ragland has checked in, so a little bit more size with the 6'3" guard, as this was a kicked ball from Presswood, so while you saw the inbound, we'll do it again.
Returning to the Knights, number 25, 9 Wills.
9 Wills will now come in, so it seems like the Knights have caught up with the length of Coastal Georgia and are looking to match it now as best they can. 9 Wills will have his work cut out for him, though, against Straughter. Straughter with the screen. MacArthur takes it. 16-foot jumper. Good. Presswood running the point. He gets it to the corner. Back with Wilson. He's been hot. He'll kick out to Presswood, looking to get an assist in his bag. Presswood just misses. Out of bounds. It'll be Coastal Georgia ball, as unable to get the offensive rebound and save it was Jamal Taylor. MacArthur taking it up the court. Just under 13 minutes remain. Down 21, trying to will his team to victory. Need to start chipping away. Drop pass here. Charging the lane. Can't get it to fall. And the Knights will pick it back up. Good defensive possession from them. Very clean. Now in the corner, a 3. Just off the front of the rim. Presswood, a good rebound. Wilson down below. Doesn't get much easier. Good vision from Presswood to find the open man. Every time Coastal Georgia looks like they have something going, the Knights have answered right back. MacArthur with it. He looks baseline. He's on Taylor. Taylor has been a defensive presence. This one off the back rim, an easy rebound as it kicks in to 9 Willis's hands. Jamal Taylor with it, slowing down the offense. They know they have plenty of time to work. Now he gets wide open. The pass, though, kicked out of bounds. Did a good job to get a good look for himself, but the pass probably shouldn't have been made, just taking a shot there. Instead, we'll get immediate timeout as we take another short break here as we're under the 12-minute mark. back here after YMCA has completed. Song riles up the crowd, and they've been excited with what they've seen from the Knights, who now lead by 23. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Cham doesn't know it. He barely gets off a shot. It was a highly contested one. Not good decision-making there from the Knights. And now in transition, MacArthur with the layup attempt. It's good. So the Knights falling asleep just a little bit. Cham content to slow it down. Now he gets it inside. Wide open man, but good help side. Eventually the foul on the upper arm as Wills went to shoot. So 2 shots for 9 Wills. He'll miss the first and keep this score where it's at with a lead of 21 for the purple and gray. This one a bit better as it falls through. Again, the free throw shooting hasn't been excellent tonight, but that will help the score. 64-42. Losing his handle. Grossenor. Now the other side, good Euro, good pass. However, it's taken away, and back the other way come the Mariners. Now MacArthur looking to make room. He's got 3 bodies on him. Good pass down low. And it looks like the help side from Cham is called for a reach-in.
MGA foul number 24, Nick Cham. Cham's second, team second.
They won't call it on a shot, so we'll stay how we are with Coastal Georgia with possession. They'll have to inbound. Get it in easily to Giles. Now MacArthur with it at the point. He blows by his man, kicks out. The open 3, missed. Cham gets the rebound. Good pass, but just too far. Would have been pretty, but the effort all for naught. Some frustration from the Knights bench after missing that one. And MacArthur will take it up the court. Been a low-scoring second half so far. These teams haven't been able to find their stride, as this will stay with the Mariners after trying to reach for it was Ragland. He was unable to bring it in. Looked like he might have gotten blocked there, and no call in favor of him. As Trayvon Ragland will step back up to the front court, and they'll play press after the inbound. Blowing by his man, though, is MacArthur. He's got all the speed to do that. However, he throws it away in the corner, gets it right back. Lucky save from Coastal Georgia. Bad switch here. No one helping out Wills. MacArthur with the 3, can't get it to go. The offensive rebound brought in and eventually gathered up by Wilson. Not a pretty defensive possession, but it works. Caleb Love with it, scanning. Gets it off to Trayshawn Wilson. Wilson back to Love. Love out to Cham. The 3-guard setup. Wilson with it. He gets space, takes the step back jumper, almost gets it to rattle through. Instead, Mariners will get out and run. Just 9 minutes remaining. Offense has to get going for Coastal Georgia. Instead, off the front rim there on that tray. Nick Cham with it. Cham calls a timeout. It'll be a 30-second timeout. We'll stay right here. So far, the Knights playing excellently. It's been a slow half, but the first, of course, carrying them through this one, and they've even been able to extend their lead. This Middle Georgia State team, coached by Scott Moe, of course, mentioned went 8-19 last season, 7-13 in conference, so lots of promising notes. Just one out-of-conference win is strange. The team looking to build on that and make a run in conference play as well. Of course, tonight, opening night for the Knights. They'll look forward to Carolina Christian College on November 1st. Well, they'll get their next action. And then they'll be right back to play Coastal Georgia on November 6th. For Coastal Georgia, they'll have Florida College on November 4th, and then, of course, be back to play this Knights team. Funny how that works. Presswood in for the rebound, or excuse me, the inbound, as he'll get it in quickly. He gets it right back. He's got no space. He'll have to kick out to Taylor. This offense running slow, just working around the arc until anything gets open. Presswood, a decent look at the three, way short, however. As Presswood picks up his second kicked ball of the night. If I had a nickel for every time Presswood did that, I'd have 2 nickels, which isn't a lot, but is very strange from the guard. As the inbound with Trey Moore. Haven't seen too much of him tonight, getting his first looks. Short-armed this attempt. The putback good for Coastal Georgia. As it sounds like this gymnasium here at Morris Gym has kind of just gotten deflated a little bit. Not great basketball being played, a little bit sloppy, but it's working out for the Knights, who, of course, have a large lead. Presswood, good in cut from the corner. The elbow finds it. Looking for a timeout is Presswood, and then eventually we will get a timeout. Presswood actually pressuring the timeout. It was Grossignor who eventually calls it. So we will take another short break. This one we'll get some music for right now. Middle Georgia State winning 66-44 over Coastal Georgia. Back here, I'm Joe Copshow on the Middle Georgia State University YouTube channel. Thank you all for watching and participating in the chat. Trying something new here out at Middle Georgia State with a commentator. We appreciate all the support and messages as Coastal Georgia looks to inbound. A good steal from the inbound by Andrew Presswood. He's had a night defensively. Offensively, still looking to get going. Offense will set up, and of course with a big lead, they're not looking to take anything before the first 15 seconds go off the shot clock. Now that it's under halfway, an easy turnaround floater from Malik Smith. In transition, Coastal Georgia can't get it to fall into the hands of Trey Moore. And MGA a chance to extend their lead, as it looks like Coastal Georgia starting to fall too far behind. They'll really need to find the last bit left in the gas tank and really put the pedal to the metal here. Jamal Taylor. Now to a short shot as it hit off the front rim and went straight down. Coastal Georgia picks it up and get their offense working. Bad handle here. Felix able to get it to MacArthur. MacArthur now telling what he wants. He takes his screen. He gets a switch, but it's switched right back. Before then, he tries a three, can't get it to fall. And a good rebound from Smith. Presswood to Taylor, now underneath. Heavy foul. as that would have been an easy bucket.
Coastal Georgia foul number 10, David Felix, his first team's third. Heading to the line, shooting 2, David Ganius.
Instead, it will be Ganius. I mean, he would have had an easy layup, but the foul takes that away and makes it a bit harder at the charity stripe. 68-44 remains after that first shot was missed. Some discussion here. Looks like a little bit of confusion that's been resolved. As missing both. Ganius. Not a good trip to the line, and it continues to be a bad night at the charity stripe for Middle Georgia State. 3 for 11 now. As it looks like we have a officials timeout here for a very slippery spot near the three-point line of Central Georgia's offensive side. Got everyone cleaning up the mess here. As it looks like we're almost ready to be resolved, still working. Are the Knights mostly cleaning up this mess? After we resolve this, we'll have about 6 minutes and 30 seconds left of this game, where MGA currently leads by 24. Inbound. Grant working. Presswood able to get a hand up and cause the errant shot. And now it will be Jamal Taylor running the point. Everything has slowed down as MGA looks to drain the clock and get out of here with a win and go 1-0. Presswood with it. Back to Taylor. He's wide open. He just misses. Good job to fight for the board. However, unable to bring it in are the Knights, and instead MacArthur will get out and run. Good pass here down beneath the net and eventually blocked, and not according to the refs. At least they'll say it wasn't clean.
MGA foul number 4, Malik Smith. Time on the floor, it's a media.
And we'll have another media timeout before our next set of free throws. Interestingly enough, these two teams combined 6 for 14 on free throws. So coming back, unlikely to see a make according to statistics. We'll see after this short break. So it will be a couple of attempts here from Strotter, the 6'11 center, looking to nail some free throws here with just over 5 minutes and 45 seconds remaining. The first of Strotter's. He's got a good free throw form, and he sinks the first. Don't usually see that from a big man, but looked nice and was nice. His second. Just as good as the first. As there will be a full court press on for the rest of the game. At least that's what we expect from Coastal Georgia. Wilson passes it to nobody. Wilson looked like he thought he had a man on his wing. Instead, no one home. And Coastal Georgia will get a chance to go on a bit of a run here. The first we're seeing of Alex Hallinar. He passes it up. Thad Burns, one of the players on this team recovering from an injury that was a part of this team last season but didn't get really any time due to the injury. He'll take his three here, just off the back iron, and into Presswood's outstretched arms for the defensive board. Presswood to Smith. Eventually it'll find its way to Wilson. Straight away, three doesn't fall. Barreling into the lane, and the kicking out is Coastal Georgia. They'll now take it back. Thad Burns looking for some space. He'll pop the three. Pure. Good shot there from Burns. Starter tonight, hasn't gotten too much time as he recovers from injury. Now charging is Wilson. He got hit hard. He'll look for the foul, doesn't get one. The ball will remain with the Knights. Nick Cham checks in. As we await another clean floor. Lots of players hitting the hardwood, creating a lot of pauses. Malik Smith with it now. Cham with it, he just checked in. He'll get it off to Presswood. He's got a wide open look and misses this one as it kicks up towards the shot clock. Taking it up the court, Coastal Georgia. It's in the hands of Raylan Grant. Grant running point as MacArthur is out, and he gets it sent back. And now Jamal Taylor looking to run the floor. He does, blows by everyone, but can't finish. And not sure what the whistle was here, but it looks like it was a foul on Taylor. Jamal Taylor will shoot two. The 5'9" guard out of Sparta, Georgia. Majoring in sports management, the senior misses this free throw as well. It's certainly been an interesting night from the charity stripe.
Entering for the Mariners, number 14, Jarvis Smith.
Jarvis Smith checks in for Georgia College as Taylor will get the ball back, take his dribble, and he'll miss another free throw. So 0 for 2 this time on his trip to the line. Now has to get back and play defense against Grant. Tracking the ball the whole time with his eyes. Got screened off, but now collapses. Presswood on the defense. Now back up to the big man, Straughter. He gives it away. Down low, intercepted. Good steal there from Ganius. Slowing it down now. No reason to press this one. Up huge with plenty of time left. As the shot clock gets a bit lower, they take a shot. Probably ill-advised as now Coastal Georgia will run the floor. They'll take the corner three, pass it up for a long two. Not the high percentage shot you want, and it'll eventually go out of play on the near side of camera for a Knights ball. Good job to beat the press here as Taylor will crash in for an easy two, as reaching 70 are the home team Knights. A good offensive output, a better defensive output, holding them to 50. as the crowd erupts as a new squad set to check in. We'll see that in a second. Good finish here from Coastal Georgia. We'll see what the cheer was about. It looks like it might be the crowd favorite, Shane Nealis. So we'll have a timeout here. We'll take a short one, and then we'll see the new players that checked in and how the Knights plan to kill this game out. So a new trio has checked in for the Knights as they look to close this one out and have the backups try and cruise this one out while getting a lot of playing time so that they can be impactful starters later. Nealis with it, he puts up the pass, and it was almost a good finish. Instead, they'll get a third attempt, and this time it's kicked out of bounds, and it will stay with the Knights. That was a pretty pass. However, not expecting it was Wills. Wills was wide open, and it was a good pass, but not expecting it, as said. Here, this shot kicks wide. And running the floor is Coastal Georgia. Nealis on defense. Gets a good stop, almost causes a turnover. As Coastal Georgia will settle around the arc, they get it inside now. This finish not good. 90 seconds remaining in this game, just about, maybe a little bit more than that. As Nealis open at the three-point line, passes it up, gives it off. Thomas with it. Thomas to Chase Lawrence. Hearing lots of new names as that trio just checked in. Here, an attempt on the drive, but couldn't get it to fall. Good Lawrence. Grant with it, running the point for this Mariners team. He'll get a little bit of space and take the long jumper. He can't get it to fall. Chase Lawrence now, off to Caleb Love. Back out. Good dribble drive here, but the last second lost it. And it'll be a whistle, and the Knights will keep the ball. Inbound, we'll see how long of a shot clock they take. Not very long, as shooting up the three was Caden Thomas. He couldn't get it to fall. Long two, it's good. Jarvis Smith, as we tick around the 30-second mark here. This game all but over, and the Knights expecting a win. Nealis spin, the shot off, the tip in, off the offensive rebound, good. And with the shot clock turned off, we'll see if this one's just held on to from Coastal Georgia. They'll look to run one last play. This one dropped down low. The big man able to finish, and will have a chance at a three-point play. As it looks like a bit of a scuffle almost broke out as Strotter took exception to the late foul. Five seconds remaining in this one, in case you're confused at the clock running out. It'll be one shot here, and this game will essentially be over. So that'll be one last point for Coastal Georgia, and that will end the game. Zeros everywhere now. The clock hits midnight, and Middle Georgia State walks away with the win, 72-56. It was a great game here in Cochran, Georgia at the Morris Gymnasium. My name's been Joe Kopshow. Thank you all for sticking around. It was an excellent game. And moving to 1-0 on the season are your Knights. Again, thank you for watching. Make sure to stick out an eye for this channel as we continue this season. Middle Georgia State University basketball will be on this channel all season for their home games. Again, I'm Joe Copshow. I'll see you next time.
Who loves me like you used to? Sometimes we're not ourselves. There's no one I can turn to.